In this video, we are going to talk about the attendance module that is built inside of Moodle. So if you go to Add an Activity or Resource, and one of your choices underneath Activity is Attendance Register. And if you look at the Attendance Register, it tells you different things that you can do inside the attendance module and how it can work. But we'll go ahead and add our attendance module. And the settings are going to come up to where we set how our attendance module works. Now for my FHTC instructors, keep in mind that your attendance needs to be taken in my FHTC. You can still do the attendance register inside of Moodle if you want to, but you need to register your attendance inside of my FHTC. So I'm going to do this as a class, so I'm going to, up here at the top, I'm going to put class attendance. And I'm going to say that this is to track how often students are missing from class. Now you can do this as a class only, all courses in the same category. So in other words, I could do this for all of the back classes or all courses linked by course meta link. And meta link has to do with how students are enrolled. So at this point in time, I'm going to say this course only. I'm not going to check on offline sessions. And again, I remind you that anytime you have a question about what one of these items mean, if you click on the question mark, it's going to give you the description of what is happening. So enabling offline sessions allows you to keep track of things that you are doing outside of what your students are doing on Moodle. You can do days back. In other words, you can go through this, has to do with going through with the days back. You can make any comments, users' comments as far as what's going on. There's mandatory comments that you can place in effect. So there's some other information that you can put as far as if you're working offline. In other words, if you are giving doing attendance for things that the students are doing outside of your class. You have your common module settings, which is show or hide, so we're going to go ahead and leave that show for right now. Again, you can restrict access as far as whether students can see this or not. Your activity completion is a little bit different. You can do it manually, or you can show activity as complete, and then it would just be a matter of when students were in your course and if they went in and checked on their attendance, those kind of things. We're going to go ahead and say do not include activity completion on this. I'm going to click on save and return to my course. And when I return to my course, you will notice that I now have an attendance piece inside this upper part. So I have a class attendance. If I were going to use this inside my course, I would move this obviously closer to the top. When I click on my class attendance, a module is going to come up. It's taking just a little bit of time. A module is going to come up and it's going to tell you who you have in your course and how you've kept track of these, kept track of the attendance on this.